Elected TV radio. We dare to lead.
Let me back on another I start show you. That's a message.
Redefining broadcasting. Listen.
You hold on this message this weekend. From which Old Trafford? Come, what has stopped happening? And the Man United people, they don't let the rest. Let's get the show on the road. All right, good morning and welcome to this month's buffet, the Monday edition. How was your weekend? What's going on? Yes, let's get a little bit active, excited. Leave all the moody political talk, all the drama, everything going on. People dragging their head is like it was a wrong thing for Animation to take his award to the US. I don't understand. What do you think about that? Man, it's not football, but we could just chime it in. Like it's a conversation and it's a national convo. So we could get involved in it and all that. Well, thank you very much for being part of the Elevator TV, radio, and YouTube channel and website family. God bless you, love you all. It's a full house this morning. The whole intern people are here, and I'm surprised that they already knowing the jingles, and that's a good one. That's a good sign, anyway, that you're doing something right. Well, like you know, my name is Idafi Matthias. You're gonna love to come to the Elevator One of Sports. I'm going to be your sports games master this lovely Monday morning, depending on where you are, because if you're in the US, it's in the night right now. Some people are like 3 a.m. in the night, and they're spending their time listening to us. And you know how to join in on the show. If you want to drop in your message on WhatsApp, the number is still the same: 07025 000069. Yeah, okay, I'm too fast, right? Let me take it again. 070 25 000069. That's the number to call. Right? To send a message, don't call. I don't want calling this morning. Just send a WhatsApp message. Then if you're on Instagram, you already know. Drop a comment there. Tell us what you think. If you're on YouTube as well, do the same thing. Let's have some fun and let's be groovy. Man, the weekend in England was filled with controversy. Was filled with referees behaving like amateurs, referees, VAR doing the worst, so many calls that were not necessary. I'm not saying Arsenal lost because of bad officiating, but I think that call in the 12th minute shouldn't have been called. That was a legitimate goal as far as I'm concerned. West Ham have a case. Newcastle have a case. A lot of matches over the weekend. There were, very, very shitty calls by the referees and even the VAR. But what's done has been done. Let's move on to the next. That's what they always say, but that's how games are damaged. Okay, Liverpool and on dubious offside call was made against Everton. By my own reckoning, in the last two games, VAR and referees have gifted Liverpool 3 points, and I also think that Chelsea been gifted 3 points as well. Some teams that have been gifted. Man City, I think, was gifted 1 point because I still can't figure out why that Coutinho goal was cut off. I can't figure it out. That game should have ended 2-1 in favor of Aston Villa. Aston Villa is also becoming a boogie team for Pep Guardiola and Man City. Not like they don't win them, they do, but they're beginning to act like that. So let's see how it goes anyway. But let's start with the new segment. Today, and I'm hearing like very, very tiny rumors that Harry Kane is getting fed up with Spurs. And I'm just going to ask, is it not too late to start thinking like that? He had a great chance to move to Man City. If he had gone there, he would have won the league by now. If that Ugbori, Jack Grealish, can boast of a league title win, I mean, I think the same thing should have been said of Harry Kane, but I don't know. But let's see. We'll talk about it. Do you think that Harry Kane have any reason, any right to start thinking that he wants to move away from Tottenham Hotspur, considering the whole 2 summers ago, all the drama that came up and how he didn't, force a move, and now he's not feeling good about himself at Spurs. What do you think about that one? But having said that, let's go to the stories, the news we had last week. I told you guys that I don't think, or 2 weeks ago, I don't think that Nigeria can qualify over Ghana. But I must say that I need to take my words back because the boys gave it a good fight at home, but it was too little too late as they went on penalties and lost on penalty. But even at that, I mean, you could say that Salisu Yusuf did his best. And it just wasn't good enough. It's a case of I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. Well, let's go with the headlines that we've got today. Thanks to Timothy Deimbo, my reporter. Okay. Yes, Ghana impedes Eagles' progress yet again as Nigeria fails to qualify for the CHAN 2023 Championship. Sebastian, not Emmanuel Sebastian, on target as Bayelsa Queens edge Ghanaian side to seal Total Energy Scarf Women's Champions League qualification. Thank God for that. All right. U.S. Women National Team trash Super Falcons in Kansas City. Yeah. You want to know what the scoreline? Some of you already know, but some of you don't know. Just hang on, I'll give you the story. Friendly against USA, not for result, but performance, according to Randy Wardrum. I'm still waiting when the NFF will make up their mind to sack Randy Wardrum. And that's what I'm thinking, I don't like the name Randy around women. He doesn't like Randy women. Like women, plenty of women in a place, and you put a man whose name is Randy. It doesn't do well. But I'll talk about it anyway. Amusan strike gold, Bruma scoop silver as Nigerian pair shines at ISCAF 2022 in Berlin. Okay. Ghana will win the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Nana Addo. Some people are not smoking something that is very dangerous for them. But this is going to be the first time, bearing any sacking, this is going to be the first time in the history of African football that all the coaches that are taking the African teams to the World Cup are going to be coached by men, coaches from their own country. There is no foreign coach taking any African team to the World Cup this time around. It will be nice to see Africans progress this time because we make a whole lot of sense, make a great statement anyway. PGMOL accept VAR decision taken at Chelsea and Newcastle were wrong. Okay, we're going somewhere now. I'm not the only one talking. Formula One, Verstappen closed in on second world title with Dutch Grand Prix win. And I remember Lewis Hamilton furious that his own people let him down. Mercedes-Benz pit stop tactics let him down. Well, we would get to all of that story as we progress on the show. But right now, let's get the stories from top to bottom. Okay, sorry, from top to bottom, but not the Buhari way. Okay, but before I give you the stories top to bottom, let me also intimate you about some of the speculation around supposedly transfer. Don't forget that even though the window have closed, free players are still eligible to move. So people like the animal himself, the beast, Diego Costa, you can see him play in Europe pretty soon, or if he's not already signed. Harry Kane has been told to reject a new contract at Tottenham Hotspur, with Bayern Munich weighing up a move for the 29-year-old striker. Okay, so you see why I say that Harry Kane is in the news for transfer. Do you think he should sign a new contract? Do you think he should extend his contract? Do you think that the Antonio Conte magic, Sir Antonio Conte spends 3 seasons in any team, he must win the league? Do you think he should sign, or he should bank on the Antonio Conte magic, win the league? With my mouth cannot even transmit Spurs winning the league. Like, it's hard for my mouth to say Spurs will win the league. Okay, well, whatever it is, whatever. Okay, Crystal Palace will take a £20 million bid for Chelsea and England midfielder Conor Gallagher, 22. Will make table, in January after an impressive low spell at Selhurst Park last season. And I think Chelsea should sell because as good as Conor Gallagher, he's not a Chelsea type player, so it should be sold. Galatasaray interested in signing Turkey defender Caglar Soyuncu, 26, before next week's transfer deadline after he was left out of Leicester squad for the defeat at Brighton on Sunday. I don't think Leicester would go anywhere this season. They look like a team that would get relegated. I'm just surprised that Wilfred Ndidi and Kelechi actually make any attempt to want to leave the club. What they are playing for, I really don't know, but they look like they will go on relegation again. And then to go into a progression of saying last season Watford had Nigerians in their squad, they got relegated this time again. 2 Nigerians again are probably going to on the probability list to get relegated. that's not a good one for Nigeria. That's why I've always said that I hate it when you have more than one Nigerian in a club. I don't like it. I don't support it. I'm always against it because chances are that things could go wrong, and it rubs off on Nigerians. And I say, okay, everywhere they go, they get relegated. Last season, we had like 5 or 6 Nigerians at Watford, they got relegated. As it is right now, it's looking like Watford are deliberately trying to relegate themselves, considering goals like goals are going out of fashion, and at the same time, not finding a win. And I don't know if Brendan Rodgers is deliberately making the wrong selection. 2 seasons ago, the way he played Kelechi and Vardy gave them a good run, even going on to win the FA Cup. I thought that he should have continued on that stead, but unfortunately, I mean, everybody know why they do the things that they do, the way they do the things they do. But I am thinking in my head, like, this is not the way to go. It looks like this club will get relegated. And it also looked like Brendan Rodgers is in a hurry to relegate the club. But I'm wondering which other big club will give him a chance to coach them. That's something he should consider. Like I've always said, English coaches are not good enough. They have a great league, but for 30 years, if you run a league for 30 years and no coach in England have been able to win that league, it means that English coaches are just not good enough. England might have all the best media, might have great football facilities, and one thing that England does not have is great referees and great coaches. Even great VAR operators. Technology is too advanced for them. They don't know how to interpret it. The Glazer family have put a 3.75 billion price tag on Manchester United. So anybody wants to buy, come and buy now. All those fans that are protesting, no need to protest again. They put the price. So hold your horses, go and gather money and buy. Go and look for people. Probably somebody from Dubai will come and buy it. I mean, Dubai is the only people that have not come to invest in football. Qatar have done that. Saudi Arabia have done that. But if I understand Dubai people very well, they like to keep their money within their country, and they also like to entice other people to come and invest in their country. I'm not sure that any Dubaian will come, any Emiratis, okay? Any Emiratis will come and decide to invest in Manchester United, especially knowing that football is not a profitable business. There's nobody, and I quote this, correct me if I'm wrong, there's nobody that have ever gone into football business and come out richer than they went in. There's nobody in football history. You can be number one richest, a Bill Gates, or who's the richest man? Elon Musk, right? Or Jeff Bezos. If any of them go and invest in Manchester United right now, they will lose the number one spot in the world, even Elon Musk and the rest of them. That's how football business is. It's just very, very funny. And maybe not that Americans are coming into it, because Americans are capitalists. They are profit-minded people. They're not into all this your talk of do it for the culture. They don't do nothing for the culture. They do it for the business. And I like that mindset. Okay, now maybe we will say change. But the way Europeans run football have never opened the door for profits. And that's why the Man United fans, for instance, cannot understand why Glazers will be taking money from the club. But the problem there is they also forget that in the last 10 years, these guys have spent over, now, if you add this transfer window, over 1.3 billion on the club in transfer players, sacking of and employing of coaches and all that. And then you are protesting that they should leave your club. Who do you have in England? There's no Englishman. There's no Englishman that owns a major club in England. Yeah, people there, leave our club, leave our club. There's one Radcliffe there that claims to be a Man United fan, but he wants to buy Chelsea. Tomorrow he wants to buy Arsenal. Next tomorrow he wants to buy Leeds United. Shut up. You don't know what you're doing. Okay, let's move further down. Arsenal and Portugal Under-21 defender Nuno Tavares 22 said he wanted an option to buy and added to his Marseille loan deal, but Arsenal refused. That was a good one. He's finding his form. He's doing very well. So why would Arsenal let them buy when the idea was go and get good match playing time and then come back and help the team to grow? I mean, Tierney might not be there next season. Liverpool or probably Man City might buy him, and then Arsenal will start looking for player again. No, go and get better there and come back and help Arsenal. That's what they want. Okay, when they play in the Champions League next season, because I do hope that Arsenal would play in the Champions League. Like I said, I do hope. Okay, Liverpool wanted to sign Swiss midfielder Dennis Zakaria, 25 from Juventus, but instead ended up securing Brazilian midfielder Atomelo, 26. Okay, it's about what you order for versus what you get. When Zakaria opted for Chelsea, okay, Juventus will look to make a move for Liverpool and Brazilian forward Roberto Firmino, 30 in January. What's the thing about Italian Serie A or Juventus that makes it easy for all the players to play there and play very, very well? But Juventus are really in tatters. It's a third consecutive draw now. They drew against Atalanta, drew against Sampdoria, drew against AS Roma, and it's like they'll keep the draw going. This is the Manchester United of this season. Bayern Munich are interested in signing 18-year-old Barcelona and Spain midfielder Gavi. I can tell you for free, Bayern Munich, that deal is not going to work. Put your mind somewhere else. Whose contract runs out next summer? Put your mind somewhere else. That Gavi boy. Gavi and Pedri are the new Xavi and Iniesta. Don't worry yourself. It's not going to work. Don't be trying to sign player that the people who have it are not ready to sign. And I don't think that boy wants to go to Germany and go and be drinking beer. Sorry to Omar Katuba and his people. Omar is a Barcelona fan. He would be happy with me. Man, I love that boy. That Omar guy. It's very brilliant. My guy. I wish one day I'll do a show with him on this platform. Bayern Munich are interested in signing. Okay, I've read that one. Leeds will return with another attempt to sign PSV Eindhoven and Netherlands forward Gakpo in January. That's after that clubs have not adjourned the deal before you arrive anyway. After failing to sign a 23-year-old in the summer, as according to Fabrizio Romano. So Fabrizio Romano has now become the expert, the de facto expert. Even when a club put out a statement and Romano puts up a different statement, people believe the Romano statement and the club. Remember Brighton and Cucurella deal when they said Romano was wrong and Brighton was right? Well, eventually he still went to Chelsea. So that's how powerful Fabrizio Romano is. And, that's something to look out for. Chelsea are yet to make a sporting director appointment with former Barcelona defender Maxwell and ex-Liverpool man Michael Edwards on their list. They don't call African players or Nigerian players on these things. The Europe are good, and then they learn all these things. Chelsea are favourite to sign 19-year-old Russian winger. Then they sign Russian player. I'd say they're buying anything Russia. Arsene Zakaria from Dynamo Moscow ahead of Barcelona and Real Madrid. Okay, after they rob Roman Abramovich, now they want to sign Russian player. For tomorrow night, they will say this boy now they support the war. Okay, I understand why they're signing Russian players. Now winter is coming. Winter is coming. They don't want Vladimir Putin to lock the gas supply. I understand. Lucas Moura is keen to run down his contract and leave Tottenham for free in 2024. That's 2 years from now. After deadline, the offers were rejected from Newcastle and Aston Villa for the 30-year-old Brazilian winger. That time you'll be 32. Would anybody be needing you again? Well, I don't know. The business of football these days have nothing to do with age. Well, let's go to the news that I gave you the headline before. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, or the home-based Super Eagles of Nigeria, missed out on the second straight tournament of the African Nations Championship tagged Chan 2023 as the Black Galaxies of Ghana progress ahead of the Super Eagles Team B. Wow. That team is coached by Salisu Yusuf, and I know that the whole lot of Nigeria have the Indian sign on the head of Salisu Yusuf as the man who collects bribe. But bribe is illegal tender in Nigeria. That's something we should all know. And when I say this, people like, why are you talking like that? You are a journalist, you're a media person. I'm not a journalist anymore. I'm a media entrepreneur. But I'm going to tell you that bribe is illegal tender in Nigeria. Anybody who say that bribe is wrong in Nigeria is just deceiving themselves. Everybody in Nigeria takes bribe. Everybody. Whether you even church, everywhere they take bribe in Nigeria. So I don't know why Salisu Yusuf is not the poster boy of bribe collection when your country itself is the poster boy of bribe collection. Try do any type of business, even your own land that you want to go and do C of O. You are ready to pay the right money. Somebody still wants to take bribe to issue the signature that they will put on it, and they are getting salary paid for it. Okay, it's Ghana's first time qualifying since 2014, and their win in penalty shootout was enough to see them edge their rivals in Nigeria. The Black Galaxies had defeated the Super Eagles 2-0 in Cape Coast Stadium in the first leg of the WAFU section of the qualifier. Okay, Nigeria had a 2-0 win also in the second leg on Saturday evening as Plateau United Mohammed's 76-minute strike and last season MPFA top goal scorer and Rivers United forward Chijoke Akunetu 90th-minute strike saved Nigeria to take the game into penalties. But unfortunately, that was not sure. It wasn't good enough. Ghana edged Nigeria 5-4 on penalties as they stopped Nigeria for qualifying. The Super Eagles last featured in the tournament in 2018. Sorry about that, but you guys missed the chance. This one is the players' chance to earn extra bonuses and get into competition mode, but that didn't work, so they should go back to their club and go. This is not one where you pity anybody. This is not one where you feel bad. This is one where you say you had a chance to push your career forward, push your game forward, and you blew it. So there's nothing anybody can do about that. Okay, Nigeria Women's Football League, NWFL champions Bayelsa Queens on Saturday beat. At least we do something against Ghana. Appoint the Quad Ladies of Ghana 3-0 to win the 2022 WAFU B Zone Zona qualifiers ticket for the Total Energy SCAF Women's SCAF Champions League. Okay, Miracle Joseph 11-minute strike from the penalty spot. Floris Sebastian's 19-minute strike and Chinyeri Igbomalu's 42nd minute strike was enough to see the Nigerian champions go through. The team have avenged last year's defeat of Rivers Angels to another Ghanaian side, Access Ladies FC, in the same stage of the tournament. So what Rivers United could not do, Bayelsa Queens have done. Bayelsa Queens joined Asfa FC of Morocco, Wadi Dada of Egypt, Green Buffaloes of Zambia. I've heard that name before. They have a male team of Zambia. Determined Girls of Liberia. What kind of name is this again? Determined Girls of Liberia. No, that's not a football club name. Okay, Simba Queens of Tanzania. They also have a male team. And defending champions, Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns is owned by CAF president. So just know that Mamelodi Sundowns ladies of South Africa to qualify for the main tournament holding in Morocco next month. So Bayelsa Queens are ready to go to Morocco and have some fun. I should look into going to that tournament and cover the coins if I have my way. But it's one of those things that you're not sure, so I'm not going to make promises here now. Okay, we got trashed. We got knocked out by Ghana. We knocked out the Ghanaian team, but then the Americans came out in their full arsenal. The coach of the Super Falcons, Randy Waldrum. Randy around women. Why is this so Randy? Okay, has explained reasons for the friendly against the U.S. women national team ahead of Tuesday's second leg meeting. Having lost the first leg, Waldrum has explained that the friendly is an opportunity to test the team's performance rather than result itself. And I don't like coaches saying this thing. Would you have rejected the result if we had won? Can't you also test the team's performance and win? Okay, so when you make this type of excuse, sometimes it gets to me like, okay, what are you saying? I don't understand, because you're practically speaking Greek, thinking you're speaking English. I don't understand that. Okay, in an interview posted on the official page of the Super Falcons, he said, and this is what he said. Let me bring you up to speed with what he said. I don't understand Randy Shah, but I'm just pretending like I understand him now. Like, okay, what he's saying makes sense to me. Well, anytime you play the best in the world, you know that you are going to have challenges. They created a lot of chances. They created a lot of challenges for us, but everything we do in the preparation for the World Cup, so we look less at result but performance and how we play. And some of the things I was pleased with was the performance of the young players, the under-22 girls who got their first cap, and they did extremely well for us, considering it was their first senior team call-up and playing against the best team in the world. So we hope we can improve on the performance a little. We hope we can improve on the performance a little bit on Tuesday, but the main thing is it gives the chance to see some young players we normally would get to see. That's fine. For me, I'm seeing it a different way. How did we get here? World champion USA got the better of the weakened Super Falcons of Nigeria side in an international friendly at the Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City on Saturday. Like I always said, every time I hear Kansas City, the first thing that comes to my mind is I'm having the only gun about. This is your new captain speaking. Welcome to Con Air. Yeah, that's the first thing that crosses my mind. Kansas City is synonymous to the movie Con Air as far as I'm concerned. The USA team trashed Randy Waldrum side 4 goals to nothing. In Pidgin English, we say 4 kondo as they both prepare for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. The 9-time African champion had 4 members of the under-20 girls who reached the quarterfinals of the FIFA Under-20s Women's World Cup in Costa Rica last month and missed the services of Ngozi Okobi, Okeogene, Halima Tuainde, and captain Onema AB. Goal from Sophia Smith in the 14th minute, Linda Horan in the 25th minute, Sophia Smith again in added time of the first half, and Alex Morgan. Remember Alex Morgan in the 52nd minute from the spot were enough to see Nigeria of both teams will clash again in the second leg of the 2-match tour at the Aldo Field in Washington, D.C. That's a lovely field anyway. On Tuesday, 6th of September. Can only wish the Falcons the best of luck. But like they say, it's like losing to Barcelona, Real Madrid, or Man City. You don't really feel that bad because maybe it's a good team or Bayern Munich. Okay? Well, our girls are still rising high, still representing us very well. Toby Amusha has claimed the 100-meter hurdle goal in the International Stadium Feast at the Olympic Stadium in Berlin, Germany. The girl is on fire. That's all I can say. While Esebrume, who claimed her first Diamond League win a few days back, finished second in Berlin on Sunday at the long jump event. Well, no problem. That's also fine. So within media reach. So we congratulate her for that. Okay, so nobody should I don't know how do you put it now. Nobody should get worked up on it. Toby Amusha claimed the top spots beating of competition from American Tia Jones, who finished second, and Olympic bronze medalist Megan Tapper of Jamaica. That girl can run too. Okay, and Toby Amusha clocked a time of 12.55 seconds. That's minus 0.3 to claim our first place. Tia Jones finished second with a time of 12.58, while Megan Tapper of Jamaica placed third with a time of 12.66 seconds. This is like bullet, running like bullet, okay? Bruman finished second after leaping to a 6.78, okay? She won gold the other time with 7 points, so 6.78. As far as it is, fell short of our previous record to finish second behind Malaika Mihambo. Mihambo finished first with a leap of 6.92, okay? The German only had one Liga jump in 6 attempts, and it was her first jump. Damn. Lucky one for her. That's what I say. Okay, so somebody came out and said Ghana will win the FIFA World Cup. Man, there's nothing wrong with dreaming anyway. They say aim high. So if you aim for the sun or the moon, if you don't get there, you would fall among the stars. So this is fine. The president of Ghana is the one that says that. The president of Ghana, Nana Addo, has audaciously stated that Ghana will be the first African country to lift the FIFA World Cup. This man does not know what it takes to win the World Cup anyway. So I can agree when politicians talk, that politicians, they lie more than they say the truth. But it's very, very audacious and very, very big to say that. President Nana Addo made this claim in his speech at the FIFA World Cup Tour event in Accra, Ghana. Oh, God. Now it's hitting home. Oh, this would have had the World Cup Tour in Nigeria. Is sitting home now. Some activation, some money, all those money that we would have made. Legendary French forward David Trezeguet accompanied the World Cup trophy to Ghana for a 2-day tour of the West African country ahead of the Mondial, scheduled for kickoff on the 20th of November 2022 in Qatar. Represented by his chief of staff, Frema Osai Opere, Nana Addo urged Ghanaians to throng the Accra Polo Court to view the trophy and be part of history before we, Black Stars, finally bring the cup home. God, on December 18th. Quoting from Paul Sports Ghana, he said, I am of the firm conviction that Ghana, let me say the way they will say, I'm the firm conviction that Ghana will only participate in the competition, but will not only participate in the competition, but will make the whole nation and by extension African continent proud with a great performance. If you thought that was fire, I said, I therefore want to urge all Ghanaians in conclusion to throng the Accra Polo Court to view the trophy and be part of history before we finally bring the cup home on 18th of December. We who were the first to go gain our freedom and independence from colonial rule will be the first to bring the World Cup to Africa. It's just making me laugh, guys. Sorry, sometimes you see this type of thing and you laugh. Okay, the English League Referees Body, PGMOL, has effectively accepted the controversial VAR decision made at Chelsea and Newcastle were wrong and will fully cooperate with the Premier League review of incident. Newcastle and West Ham had themselves denied goals against Crystal Palace and Chelsea respectively. As per BBC Sports, the PGMO Professional Game Match Officials Limited will fully cooperate and collaborate with the Premier League request using ATCOM as part of an ongoing assessment of weekly performance and development of match officials going forward. My question is, whatever you decide after this acceptance, will it change the result of the match? No. Let's jump to Formula One and see on the fast track what happened. Burning rubber on top of asphalt is a very, very good thing. And emission of CO2 is very, very high, but I know that some people, once they retire, they tell you that they don't want to be part of this one again, but they've made a lot of money. Let me not talk about that one. Let me just relax first. Max Verstappen, a home court or home track, comfortable match to his second title continued with a comfortable victory in the eventful Dutch Grand Prix on Sunday. The Red Bull driver had to pass Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes after a late safety car period to take his 10th win in 15 races this year to extend his lead to 109 points. Hamilton was left fuming at Mercedes after Mercedes failed to change his tire during the caution period. Well, I know people do you so that left him vulnerable and allowed teammate George Russell and Ferrari Charles Leclerc to pass him after the restart to take other podium places. Hamilton, who briefly had slim hope of a victory with about 20 laps to go, saw them evaporate in situation remarkably similar to the way in which he lost his 8th world title in Abu Dhabi last year. Managed to hang on for 4th ahead of Red Bull's Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, Alpine, and Lando Norris. McLaren, Ferrari's Carlos Sainz finished 5th on the road, but we demoted to 8th after a 5-second penalty for an unsafe pit stop release. Wow. Max Verstappen, who's on 310 points on the driver's standing, currently leads his teammate Charles Leclerc, who's second with 109 points and is likely to clinch the title in Asia after the next race in Italy this weekend. If he leaves the following race in Singapore with a lead of 138 points or more, he will be crowned champion. On team standing, Red Bulls on 511 points, lead Ferrari with 135 points. That's how the cookies crumble on the fast lane of race. Let's say that Lewis Hamilton have lost this one. Lost last season controversially, but lost this one woefully because of a bad engine coupled with a bad car, bad engine, bad management, and everything put together. But having said that, I think that Lewis Hamilton have nobody to blame but his own team. This is not the one where you say, oh, I was robbed by the competition or the Formula One authorities, but this is the one where you say your team set you up. They went for aesthetics instead of engine because they produced a car this year that is beautiful for the eye, that's different, that looks like a bullet, that's finer, but they compromise on technology and speed, and that has cost him something. You know, for many years I've been asking this question: is it the car or the driver? And everybody says it's the driver. He gives Lewis Hamilton any car, he would run you out. And I said, no, I don't believe that, because every Formula One car, it does look like, you know, somehow Mercedes-Benz had this advantage that nobody is able to match. But they say, no, it's Lewis Hamilton. He did it with McLaren and he did it with Mercedes. But McLaren and Mercedes are the same, okay? But you see now that the same Mercedes that is driving, just one small defect here and there, and all of a sudden Lewis Hamilton cannot even find the throttle to run again. It is not even hard to see him in podium. It's not hard to see him in pole before. You know, it's strange. But how you go from winning 7 consecutive championships or winning 7 championships, being truncated one by Nico Rosberg in the middle, and then still, you know, struggle the way he struggled this season is crazy. But then it is what it is. We can't argue about it. Let me go to your messages on WhatsApp, Instagram, and YouTube. Let me start from Instagram. Oh God, I was talking about Omar. So Omar was here. Hey Omar, Anna, I don't see you know verse. You know how this will be. And sometimes your eyes will be on the stories and news and everything. You don't even see the people that are there. Mr. Smile says, good morning, Elevator from Old Trafford. Okay, I take it. I rub it in. No problem. Rub it in. Lakeside 007. They say, bros, good morning to you. And it's good to be here live. Thank you very much for that one. And Lakeside 007 said, please, I want to hear how Barca season will go. Barca are in contention for the title. They are also in the race for the Champions League. I don't know how it will end, but I would be very, very stupid and foolish to discount FC Barcelona in this season's title race. I think that they are one of the best teams. They've not lost this season. Madrid looks good. It's their time to win. They are the defending champion. They're also the Champions League defending champion. But the thing is, if you match Barcelona and Madrid currently to play against each other, something just tells me that Barcelona would win. But having said that, you have to understand that derby games go either ways. It doesn't matter who's in form or who's not in form. But I think that Barcelona are a side to watch out for, a side to be very, very careful with it. Not a side you just say you want to push around. I think Xavi is onto something. We just need to watch him carefully and understand. Okay. Eldorado Montana, I said, Elegote, I missed this Masha umbrella. Well, that was my yesterday story. This is my today story. Stay with me here. You will not miss me at all. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and you continue to follow me as well as read from www.elegotetv.com and then listen to our radio all the time. You won't miss a thing. I mean, I've got better. I'm bigger. So you stay here and don't take me back to Egypt. I've left Egypt. I've crossed my Red Sea. I've passed through my wilderness. And I'm going into my Jericho. So let's just go with me on that journey. Savik says Chelsea gifted 3 points that Anthony Taylor stole against Spurs. I like that. That's true. Chelsea fans, they can just like find a way to defend themselves. He said he should not sign a new contract. That's talking of Harry Kane. Conte and Spurs are not going to win the EPL. It's better he move to win trophies. Good advice in my own side. Shala FC official page say greetings to you too. And then we have Shala FC showing us love. Thank you very much for that. He said, please, you talk a bit about our grassroots. Okay, if there is a show on Wednesday that covers grassroots, so I don't have to do that. On Wednesday, 10 o'clock, you will listen to Ido Adeleke give you all the beats about grassroots. So let's not miss them up. And when there's content for it, I will do it. If you go to the YouTube channel, you see a lot of work on grassroots. All right, Chooks 9000, they say, good morning, Elegote. Transfer window don't close. Why are we talking about transfer this morning? Transfer window never close, bros. For instance, there are still players that can move. Those possibilities are still there. We cannot close the transfer window because the talk around transfer would always be there. Chooks Adigwe say, good morning, Legote, and sports fans, good morning to you. He said, Arsenal put up a very good performance. Really? I thought it was inconsistent performance by me anyway. Yesterday against United, not the result we all expected, but this English VAR, kindly share your thoughts on the use of VAR in the EPL. I shared my thoughts. I did a full video on that one yesterday. And I think I've always said that VAR is good for football, but anything that goes to England, I've said this many times, English football thrives on controversies. So if you look at the weekend where the La Liga started, well, beautiful football were played, but guess what? The Liverpool Man United game also, there was a game that raised a lot of, it was a Chelsea Tottenham Hotspur game. They deliberately created controversy out of nothing to make sure that controversy supersedes everything that happened in Germany, in Italy, and in Spain. And that's strange. But English football thrives on controversy because we live in a world that focuses more on traction and people's opinion and, what's that thing that they use again? Analytics. And analytics is all about how many people are talking about you, how many people are, getting engaged. That's what they are looking for. So if they create this amount of controversy, you'll forget that Bayern drew this weekend. You'll forget that Barcelona beat Sevilla 3-0. You forget that Real Madrid won 2-1. You forget that Atletico Madrid draw. You forget that AC Milan and Inter Milan gave us a beautiful football show. And AC Milan won at the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium 3-2. That Olivier Giroud scored a beautiful goal. That Edin Dzeko came off the bench and immediately banged in a goal and took the game to the very wire. All of those things, you forget it. That's, to me, I think that the Premier League is a deliberate thing. That's why I said that the Premier League is the headquarters of match fixing. But people will not agree because the thing about football is it's like love. When a person is in love, nothing you say to them makes sense to them. So if somebody comes out and tells you, the Premier League is fixed, is doctored, it's like, what is this guy saying? Shut up. Yeah, I agree. But look at it carefully. Extract yourself from the emotion. And you know that this thing is, it's not a mistake. People think it's VAR mistake. No, it's not a mistake. It's deliberate. One thing they want to make sure is there are more talking points about English football than any other league. And for as long as they achieve that, the commercial value will continue to go up. And that's what they want. That's why the English fans behave like donkeys, like they don't have senses. Okay, a lot of them don't even know. Sometimes when they protest, they don't even know why they are protesting. Let me give you a good example. Man United fans will tell you they want the Glazers gone, that he's taking money out of the club. But the man has spent 1.3 billion on the club in the last 10 years. Where's that money coming from? Is it not coming from somewhere? Nobody talk about that one. Oh, you do this, you do that. You want new owners. That's sad. Nah, you just have new owners. We'll see how organized they are going. Let's give them time. Anyway, Saviki said, Chuksadigwe, a renowned former ref said that we are not consistent amongst ourselves as referee. Our tolerance level slightly different. One sees it as a foul, the other doesn't. That's Conor Gallagher, the veteran Premier League referee. That's what he said at halftime in that game. So I think it's a damage control so long it won't change the outcome of the game. I don't care about what the outcome is if it's not going to change the outcome of the game. Precious MNK001 is saying, boss, I'm back to Nigeria for my meniscus surgery. Okay, welcome back. I wish when you're done, there's a doctor in Ikeja, there's a very good doctor in Ikeja that will treat you. The guy that treated Patrick Ovie, that operated on Etienne Sim's leg, I can vouch for him. He's a very good doctor. He will do you well. Donald Elom, he said, nice one, nice one from you too. Thank you very much. What's that? How you doing? Say money, boss. Money to you. Papa Jumai, say good morning, Idafe. I noticed English referee officiate in World Cup rarely. Yeah, lately they have not been really getting the big games, and there's a reason why. Okay, let's talk about the guys on YouTube. Let's not leave them behind. Oduni Remileko, I need to do something with you anyway. I don't know, but you've been very, very consistent. Your consistency is giving cause for joy. He said, good morning, all. An interesting football weekend. I enjoyed the Palace versus Newcastle game. If you know how many people ticket that game spoiler, you're enjoying it now. If it makes some people cost you, if you know how many people ticket, all they wanted was just both sides to score, or over 2.5 or over 1.5. Those two people gladly play 0-0, like chairman for Kovo. You say you enjoy them. You enjoy people down for. Don't worry. An end-to-end game shouldn't be ending with a stalemate, but shows how tough both sides were. Okay, I agree in that perspective, but not talking for public because some people launched money today. That game scatter. It went further and said also much positive signs at the Old Trafford match from both teams. Don't you think Rodgers might get the sack if things don't change before the end of the month? But coaches just get sacked for sometimes nothing. I'm not going to completely blame Rodgers. I think he wasn't giving players, and these side players for him. They let some players go. If you let him for fun go, you should get a replacement. You should reinforce the team. For 2 seasons now, the team have not really properly been reinforced. And then there seems to be a lack of motivation. The players just seem to either the players want to get the coach sacked or the players want to get the club relegated. That said, a lot of the players that are contract are running down are not even interested in renewing their contract. They don't want to stay there again. My only pain with Leicester, which I get with Leicester before, if not be Nigerian players when they play there. My only pain with Leicester is the fact that there's Wilfred Ndidi, who's one of our best players, and then there's Kelechi Iheanacho. I might not like him because of his disgusting attitude, but he's still a quality player, and you can't argue against the quality on his left foot. If they get relegated, there's always a thought that they get relegated, they would move on. Look at the players that went on relegation with Watford. Not all of them don't move on. So you got to be lucky to move on. It's better you're on the Premier League, you survive relegation, than hoping that if you get relegated, you move on. Because sometimes you can't even move on. So it will be sad. If nobody is calling for Wilfred Ndidi so far, go and get relegated. Now a whole Wilfred Ndidi will be playing in the Championship. That's, for me, it's the sad part I'm looking at. And if sacking Brendan Rodgers is the way out, then let them get him fired as fast as possible so that there'll be peace in the land. Esteban Mendez said 3-1 is flattering for Man United. I feel they were there for the taking after Arsenal equalized. Arsenal still need to be tougher. And the thing about this whole talk about, and I've heard a lot of people say Arsenal needs to be tougher, Arsenal needs to be tougher. I don't understand. Is it your expectations versus the reality? Because there is no point where Arsenal said they were going to win this league by winning all 38 games. That's 1. 2, Arsenal is still on top of the league after game number 6. Even in the high-flying days, the imperial days of Arsene Wenger, I can't remember any time Arsenal starting the season and at game number 6, they've lost only 1 game. Okay, so in that regard, I think that we need to tone down all this whole excessive expectation. Once again, historically, Man United is the chiefest at stopping Arsenal run at any given time. They don't only do that to Arsenal, they do it to Man City, they do it to Chelsea. That's what they are good at doing. So the fact that they did what they are good at doing does not turn Arsenal into a bad team. Some people say, oh, Arsenal have met a strong team. And my question here is this. Brentford beat Man United. Leeds beat City and beat Chelsea. Two teams have played against City and they dropped points. One was Aston Villa, then the other one was Newcastle. My question here is, what are we really expecting from Arsenal? Did Arsenal overnight become Real Madrid or become Bayern Munich that you expect them to beat every team in the Premier League, or they lose it to Man United? Listen, any other team in the Premier League that have Thomas Partey and maybe Anani out, and then they're not playing Simbi Lukonga in that position where he's playing, which is one of the most sensitive positions because he had to be the screen in front of the center back. We have problem. But hey, because Arsenal won 5 out of 5, everybody expect them to win every game. No, that's not going to happen. You and I know that's not going to happen. So for those people who are having that kind of expectation, I think it's a mistake. Man United are on a run on their own too. They are on a resurgence, and they just got some players that they want. The coach is also taking the right kind of decision. I look at the Arsenal team yesterday, and my first question is, who did Arteta play that he wasn't supposed to play? What did he do that he wasn't supposed to do? Everything just happens. This is football. I mean, you think that if Leeds were that good that they beat Chelsea 3-0, how come they've not been winning the other games that they've been playing? Okay, this is football. So you can't use the same tempo. And fans like to build castles in the air. Because Arsenal have won 5 out of 5. Okay, all of a sudden, now Arsenal should bulldoze everybody. And then there's this talk of Arsenal have not played against big team. Please, who is a big team in the Premier League? Because the way I see it, if you win against who's the team that's on struggling, Bournemouth, you get 3 points. If you win against City, you get 3 points. And there are 20 teams in the Premier League. There are about 5 or 6 teams in the top. Now, if you lose to all those 6 teams and you win every other team that is below those 6, you win the league. It's as simple as that. So I don't know where we're going with this conversation, but I think we should tune it down. Manchester United is still a big team, is a big football club. And when two teams like that are rivals play, it's like a derby game. There is no form. Your previous result don't count. Man United were shit. They played against Liverpool and beat Liverpool 2-1. That's football. When rivals play, previous form, no, they can't. Now, on the day, who take their chances and everything. Arsenal were a bit naive the way they were keeping their high line, knowing that you played against a speedy team, a team that have speed in Rashford, Jadon Sancho can hold the ball, and then Antonio is also very fast. Arsenal were a bit naive. That's one. 2, the midfield was not connecting with the attack properly. And then in the space where Arsenal were dominating, it's like the game Arsenal-Leicester. When you look at the result does not tell the story. Arsenal won 4-2, but there were times when Leicester were trying to dominate. Just when they were trying to dominate, Arsenal will score 1. Just when they were trying to dominate, Arsenal will score 1. So sometimes it's like the Crystal Palace Man City as well. Sometimes the result does not tell the story. So I wouldn't blame Arsenal or say anything, read any special meaning to it. Arsenal could go to their next game and win again. They could also go to their next game and lose. It's football. The most important thing is Arsenal have started the season very well. The new signings that they brought in have also added value to the team. This time last season, Arsenal fans were already crying that we're going on relegation. This time this season, with all the big signings of every other club, Arsenal are still number 1 on the log. They're not going to end the season number 1. If they do, that's a miracle. But it doesn't look like Arsenal will keep losing 3-1 to every opposition going forward. So it's still good signs. They will get over the injuries, and the players will be back again, and everything will be fine. So let's see how that goes. So let me take it from YouTube, where my family guys are. What they're saying there is always very, very interesting to me. Like I've always said, Johnny Gaffar, a friend, my brother, my investor. As the Reds go marching on. Now they march on. I didn't protest again because I win. Now that they win, so then they say the Glazer out to Glazer don't spend 217 million. We need to hear Glazer out to tomorrow now. Now give us bookkeepers. They took money out. They took out. Now they give the bookkeeping of the money they put in now. Equino Belu is say good morning, the big man. Boss, happy new week. Same to you. Onasa Daniel is saying Ndidi has been playing as a center back for like 2 matches now. Brendan Rodgers will be the next manager to be fired. Everybody see that. Even my younger brother already said that. I don't understand. Why would I just want to sack somebody like that? Lord Mayor, I say good morning, boss. How do you see the Arsenal, the Salah goal? Is that a foul or not? Well, so this is how I see it. It's a soft foul, but it's a foul. Let's be honest. Not because we're Arsenal fans shouldn't be, we should like. It's a soft foul, but it's a foul. Now, should that be enough for VAR to recall? I don't think so. The goal should have stood. But hey, there's so much inconsistency with VAR these days that we cannot keep on dwelling on it. But that is also not the reason why Arsenal lost. Let's establish that fact. That's not why Arsenal lost. Arsenal lost because of too much naivety. And I thought that those three changes, at the time Arsenal made that changes, those three changes came in either too late or not the right time, because Arsenal was beginning to press, we're beginning to get an advantage, and then you bring in three players at the same time. Before they settled in, Rashford had scored. So it's not the goal that cost it. Some people will say, okay, it cost Arsenal momentum, but hey, football is football. This things can happen. You can still allow that goal, and Arsenal will still go and lose 5-1 or 5-2 or whatever the scoreline may be. It's just that we should give Scott McTominay a very big credit. He was wrestling Gabriel Jesus at all time. Lisandro Martinez, who everybody thought that is too short, he can't play, also was a very good player. Let's give Manchester United credit where they did well. And I think that Eriksen brought some stability to that midfield and also liberated Bruno Fernandes to play the way he wants to play. And Marcus Rashford is now a little bit more focused in being a central player rather than being shafted wide. So let's give Erik ten Hag credit for what he did to be able to, contain Arsenal. And when Arsenal were in possession, there were really no threat. There were no really goal-saving moment, no shot on target. Yes, Gabriel Jesus was busy walking. Martinelli still is Martinelli. He fears nobody. He can dribble. But they narrowed it in such a way that Arsenal was not really a goal threat to them. Even the goal that Arsenal scored turned out to be one loose ball that just fell on the path of Saka, and he put it in the net calmly. He's 21 years old today. It's looking to sign a new contract. But I don't want to blame the referee for being the reason why Arsenal lost. I just think that overall, over the weekend, this season, English referees have been horrible, and they will continue to be. No matter all the investigation, all the excuses, all the admission of guilt, they will still continue to be horrible because that's who they are. They like to be in the news. We'll read referees telling us that they get told things to do, number of yellow cards to give, and the decisions to make sometimes to just create controversy. So it's not new. They just come out and pretend like they're investigating. They're not investigating anything. It's like investigating racism in football. They'll pretend like they're investigating it, but behind the closed door, they'll tell you, well done, nice one, good. Next time, even speak more. We'll not do anything. Give you a slap on the wrist, and they'll move. All those find out only they will pay themselves. So what's the big deal? That's not really any big deal about it. Eze Patrick, he said, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Eze Patrick. He said, Erik ten Hag proving himself to Elegbete. Said it here that he would be a failure at Mascom United, and hopefully it does not last long. Sharp. No, I don't think it will be a failure. I've said it before. Man United, I said it will end the season in second position, and I'm still going to stand by my word. I think that Manchester United have a very good team. There is a balance of youth and experience, and I think that the coach is good. You don't coach at Ayers that much and not be able to learn something about football. First off, once you understand the basics of football, and then you can be self-disciplined and bring leadership to a team, you would succeed. Man United doesn't really have a bad team. They've always had bad coaches and coaches who are more interested in listening to the class of 92 than focus on their job. I think that this guy doesn't have a time. He doesn't know who Poscosi is or Roy Keane. He doesn't want to know those people. So he's coming in. He might not be as arrogant as Jose Mourinho because he doesn't have Champions League and UEFA Cup to his name. But I think that the man knows what he's doing, and he would tactically overturn the teams. Any coach who can put Cristiano Ronaldo consistently on the bench, who can take the captain of a team and put him on the bench, I think that that's some bold move. That's some young club kind of move that nobody is taking serious. He will not win the league. He may not win the league, but I know that for sure Manchester United will end up playing Champions League next season. There's no doubt about that in my being, and I'm going to stand by it to the end of the season. They might surprise me and fall off the wagon, but I think that Manchester United are onto something, and they might end up the season in second or worst case third position on the league table. Akimola Larry say good morning, Elegote, and the wonderful fans of the show. Good morning to you, bro. As a particular, I said Chuks Adigwe, long time, bro. Yes, it's sometimes showing up in different places these days. Additional from I say you can only disturb your peace to think about the people's behind VAR. The system is not flawed. The people running it in EPA are doing this deliberate just for talking point and hype. as well, because the same VAR is being used in Italy, in France, in Germany, in Spain, and everything goes well. We don't have all this talking point, all these controversies all the time. Why is it that every week, what's happening? If you make mistake yesterday, you're not going to look at something, yeah, we make mistake, well, let's correct it. You don't need the inquiries, you don't need the investigation. You just have to be good at what you do. And you can't tell me that these guys are not competent. These guys are competent people, but they just realize that, you know what? Talking point is better than anything in the league. Talking point is what makes the English league the best league in the world. So let's get a talking point. I keep asking people, you keep talking about English league being the best league in the world. When's the last time any player from the league won the World Footballer of the Year? When was the last time? When was the last time an English coach won the league? Okay, so some of these things are things that we need to put in perspective. When's the last time the league really developed young players from England and make them world beaters? I can remember. Maybe when Remy last time. Okay, when Michael Owen last time. Okay, but hey, they know what they're doing. This weekend games were just unpredictable. Then it ended with Udinese versus Roma. That was a shocker too. That one blinded me. VAR is not flawed. English officiating is. Now why them know they go World Cup again? I said the result is football. You can't have it all perfect. When you are found out in your body, there is nothing you can do. It is a marathon. Just move to the next game, progress. Chicken, that's it. And as a Patrick said, win against the 13 teams, 78 points. That no go win the league. But you'll be so shocked that would win you the league if the top teams cancel themselves. Because if you win all the, and it's not 13 teams actually, your calculation is wrong. It's not 13 teams. There are top 6 teams. Let's count: Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal. So you take Arsenal, Chelsea. Take Arsenal away, Chelsea. It's not even up to 6. It's 5. You're not calling if you're calling Spurs a big team, I'm ashamed of you as a Patrick. It is Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool. Then you put Arsenal, but Arsenal is not going to play themselves. So take away 4 teams from 20. You have 16. If you beat all 16 teams home and away, you lose to the other 4. You are champions of the Premier League. You don't get your own calculator. You're champions of the Premier League because I am going to tell you that you are also going to see those teams cancel themselves. Man United have cancelled Liverpool. The return leg now, Liverpool want to cancel Man United. That's how it works. And then some of the smaller teams will cancel the big team. So anyhow you put it, you can't call Spurs a big team now. Nobody where they are alive today. They are alive the last time Spurs win a league title. What are you saying? Well, in the last 50 years, how many titles Spurs won? They won one League Cup some time ago. After that one, nothing again. Are you calling Spurs a big team? Spurs is not a big team. That you went to play in Champions League finals and lose does not make you a big team. Come to the table what you've won. Not FA Cup, not League Cup, not League title. What are you saying? Spurs fans that are alive today have not twisted. Since social media showed up, Spurs fans have not tweeted we are champions on any competition. What are you call? No, go there now. If ask now what would they call big teams? Some of the new generation fans don't know what it means to win. If not, say, Asevenga win the last 3 FA Cup, and then after came in and won the FA Cup. What are you saying? And then plus some Emirates Cup. Even roadside preseason tournament, Spurs no they win. How you call Spurs a big team? Stop it, too. Sure. You call Spurs a big team like this. You go call the make person the best now. Sure. Spurs big team come. How they tell me big team? Prove them now. How Spurs tell me big team? But now it's not before. It's just the reality. Spurs cannot be classified as a big team. That's an insult to the big teams. Okay, nobody's ever called Spurs a big team. They are a perennial on the achiever. Their greatest ambition is to finish above Arsenal. So you can't call Spurs a big team. I'm sorry. Oduni Ramileko said Ronaldo just the shot, the verse. The boys don't send them. Nobody send them. All those noise not going to concern anybody. Academically say Arsenal will make up for if they will make top 4 if they keep up the game. Surely mistake will happen and the opposing teams will capitalize on such mistake. We should not be deceived that every team will win all. Thank you very much. Eze Patrick, is the MPFL still kicking off this month, and can the league go on with the World Cup being played? So I spoke to Sheudiko that the plan is to actually kick off this month, and the plan is also to run during the World Cup because we have nothing to do with the World Cup. The rule of the World Cup says that all the teams that qualify for the World Cup should put their league on hold during the World Cup. But if you're not qualified for the World Cup, you can actually run your World Cup your league concurrently with the World Cup. That said, if the clubs, because what makes the league not to start is If the club do not meet all the requirements for registration, then I have to give extension, because the LMC is not a military body or a dictatorship. The 20 clubs are shareholders in the league. So if they decide that, oh, we never read you, I may give us maybe 1 or 2 weeks extension, there's nothing anybody can do. That's the one thing that can affect it. But there's a hope that they will play the league matches during the World Cup. If they don't, that's maybe because the club again have decided some of us won't go to the World Cup, or we have bought ticket to, we don't want to continue the league, and that's going to be an internal thing. But let's see how it goes. The reason why the league will not start this season, this month, is if the clubs are not ready with their registrations and at standards, as the case may be. But I'm hoping that they get ready. As Patrick is laughing, says sports don't suffer for your hands, boss. No, that's the truth. If speaking the truth makes, it's like you go to Champions League and you say Arsenal is a big Champions League club. How can you say that? That's disrespect. Okay, Arsenal cannot be said to be a big Champions League club. And when it comes to Champions League, Arsenal is a small club. So sports should also know their place. It's not an insult. They should know their place. I want to be as big as Sky Sports and CNN and the rest of them, but I'm not there yet. So if those medias are having their meetings, people like me will shut up. It's the fact. It means the whole world is listening to me. My radio is listening to all over the world. But it still doesn't mean that I'm on that level yet. I'm praying to get there. So as far as I'm praying and fasting to get to the level, but they're not there yet. So you cannot be putting them where they are not. Their shoe size is size 7. You are buying size 12 for them. I don't want you to take waka. Guys, respect yourself. Can't get any fuck. I'll be putting people in the place where they don't belong. He said, I don't have time for you. Harry Kane know the year what. Okay. No go flog her for backland. Because people know the year what. For why for corner back when they flog them. A teacher Alfama finally said, to stand a chance of being champions, you have to first make sure you don't lose more than 4 games. Arsenal don't want to be champions. Forget yourself. When I know the Arsenal for will not belong. That's what until they set people up. Right, this one is coming from WhatsApp. Good morning, boss. I'm David. It's really hot that Arsenal lost yesterday to Man United. You just like out yourself. I think we played well. We just didn't have the midfield to try to stop the counter from Man United. Good football from United, though. Thank you very much. This one said, Mr. Paul Ejireke said, good morning, Mr. Dafe. What do you think that is the problem of Leicester City? Unserious coach, unserious management, and demotivated players. Tango Yangbe said, good morning, boss. I'm cool listening to you with your gracious analysis. More grace, boss. Thank you very much. And finally, Divine Tokeye says, Newcastle and Brighton are making some kind of statement on the low. Let me ask, what has gone wrong with Rogers? Rogers was a big coach before. You don't get any time when Rogers a big coach. Now just make her look like Rogers going to go and win. See, I go Scotland. I go win the league for 10 straight years. I don't need that. I don't select boys for street. Go win the league for Scotland. So winning the league in Scotland does not make you. Let's check the history of coaches that have gone to Scotland and won it, and how many of them came. Martin O'Neill won the league in Scotland and came to Aston Villa. What happened? Nothing. Steven Gerrard, Brendan Rodgers, who again? Graham went and won the league in Scotland and came to England. He relegated. So what are we saying here about Brendan Rodgers and what has gone wrong? Nothing has gone wrong. This is Brendan Rodgers. He's not a big coach. That's finished. That's not put him in the place where he does not belong. We're not going to wear people coach will be saying no size them. Somebody will be saying suppose wear small t-shirt and wear trouser. Go to evangelism. When I carry coach, give us say make a call and general overseer. Go give a your own church. We're supposed to be branch pastor or youth pastor. When I say make go be general overseer for your own church. Fasting and prayer will give us. Akimola Larry said, "Elevator. Now true. Even as Man U bad rich now, Spurs still no fit compared to them. I thought they're not the same. True. Say Dangote that poor now. You got to say MC Olomo with Dangote and mate. I don't understand. Though, because say MC Olomo and Jago now. I say and Dangote and they don't do the same level. I beg. Let's not even talk about anything again. It's time to pack my bag and baggages and go. Well, for those of you who want Glazer out, Glazer don't put price down 3.7 billion. Now get the money, more and go. Johnny Gaffa, I know you're a very rich man. It's time now to call your colleagues, your co-business fellow men, and put your money where your mouth is. All those time when they tell you find out the statistics of money when the man take come up with business. It's time for now to pay up now and take your club back. It will even make matter what when I just vest pay at 4 billion to show you I really get money. But if I not go feed, what's that thing they say wedding? Anybody have anything to say now? Speak now or forever Shut up your damn mouth. If I was a pastor, I said, now what are you talking? Those who have something to say, speak now or forever. Get the hell out of this marriage. Well, guys, I need to go right now. Worry people can whine people. Is it Patrick? What's that? I don't understand. You won't bring the entire worry people into this, or you want my face Igbo people. You want to turn this show to Igbo and worry war. Just on our feet win, so don't go there. Just leave worry out of this conversation. Like talk to me, because I need to play with my people. Hey, well, anyhow, I don't reach when I go pack my bags and baggages and leave the building for the owners of the building, and I need to work with my interns more. I think they're losing touch. But today I was impressed with their earliness, so we need to work. Some people just write me message anyhow. And you have intern. I have a brother that should want to do it. We not need intern, though. We not need. You people should intern in your ass. Then my grandma give them when they go hawk or something. Academic can say, please, what are the parameters to rate big clubs, especially the clubs in Europe? Titles won. History. The history of the club. What is tied to the history? 2 trees stand together. Not me say Ebelebo tree and Iroko tree are the same because they're 2 days the same bush. Okay? Ebelebo tree and Ebelebo tree. Guava tree and guava tree. And catapult, now they use the wood till they do. And firewood. Iroko tree, nobody they cut Iroko wood till they go do firewood. Nobody wait number. Go use Iroko tree, finish, cut and that's it, and firewood the ones that do. Or oak tree. You cut oak tree, come down. You can say, I cut her for firewood. No. Now be your furniture, now be your tissue paper, now be your papers, your book, your everything. That's what they now be your table, now be your better things when they use. That's what they use Iroko tree or oak tree they do. Guava and Ebelebo, you know what I call Ebelebo? Almond tree, almond fruit. Now Tottenham must for be. They are guava in short. If they do any and I'll call the Chicago. I don't know, so I don't know to be Chicago. But Spurs, don't tell me that Spurs is a big club. 2 days ago, now they built a new stadium. 2 days ago. So don't use the size of that stadium where they use it to do boxing and they say the hawker, they give people to come do. Some of you go to London and go and tour their trophy cabinet. Now dust pile up there. Dust. Sawdust. Now they pack for there. With picture of other people. Matches where they win for a week. Now they for their trophy cabinet. So be calling them big club where. Big club bow. This Spurs. That's a Afamako club now they call big club. Most people for Lagos don't know Ebelebo trio, and I be Amon tree now. They don't know Ebelebo tree now. They know now the whole word that they broadcast to. And I go learn our word. Where Oyibo put the broadcast to us, they need to explain all the things they talk. Ebelebo tree. Ask any worry person to be Ebelebo. And if I get history passports, yes, now Imba is a bigger club than Spurs. I will be Spurs for where Imba did. It's a worry Spurs. Who be Spurs for? You don't know to say England never win the 1966 FIFA World Cup. Nigeria Super Eagles. Nigeria national today better than England. True. I don't let this matter. We'll see more move on to tomorrow because today don't pass. Today is gone. Tomorrow is the promise that we have. So let's look for tomorrow. My name is Remaining that Manchester. You call me the Lagos One Sports. It's been nice being with you today, doing business with you on this calling a Ebelebo tree, Iroko tree. Tomorrow, please don't. And nobody on this show again should try and call Spurs a big club. Spurs and the Birmingham and all those small clubs. Aston Villa and Newcastle even they bigger than Spurs. And they did the same level. Don't be calling Derby County, Spurs, Birmingham, Brighton and Hove, West Ham, all those people that are in the same category. Don't be putting them in category of senior men and adults. Okay? Belebo tree, I said Iroko tree. Let's leave all this tomato on top of water. If both one pass, we go see separate them from each other. Let's move our way go. Okay? That's how I tell you when this morning, when I do area.